This meeting is being recorded.
Those who are joining online, guys, ping me fast so that we can start the class. Okay, fine. So we are ready to start now. Before starting the class, there is an announcement to make here. Tomorrow, Academy is observing holiday on the occasion of Christmas. Classes will resume on 26th of December. A very happy Christmas to everyone. Shall we start the class now? Now stop talking, guys. Yesterday, we have seen the basics of Angular, like what is Angular, why we use it, who developed it, what is the difference between programming languages and framework, what is framework, what is open source, and these all the basic things. What is the version? If the version is written in three different parts, something like 3.4.2, what does it mean? So we will see this. So these kind of things we discussed yesterday, and today we are going to see that how we can do the environment setup of Angular. What do you mean by environment setup? Environment setup means, so let's say tomorrow is Christmas. So there is a particular setup for Christmas that we have to light up a tree and like all those red theme we have to follow. So something like that is just the environment setup of something. Now let's say you want to play cricket. You cannot play in a room, right? You need a ground for that. You need stumps. You need bat. You need a ball. So these all the things comes under environment setup. Means if you are setting up the environment, at first you are collecting all the resources that you need to work with. Now let's say you want to play table tennis. What you need? Just a small room, a table, two bats, and that tennis ball, table tennis ball. Simple. That is the environment setup of table tennis, and two players. That's it. So environment setup means to collect all the resources that you need to work. Now, if we are talking about environment setup of Angular, we will collect all the things, the playground, the bat, ball, everything we will install to work with Angular, and we will create an environment where Angular can run peacefully. Okay? Understood the environment setup? Yes, environment setup. What is environment setup? Is it visible to everyone? Last, it is visible properly. Okay. So environment setup means, it means that, or simple, it means to setting up the resources, setting up the resources and other necessary things, other necessary things that we need to work with, that we need to work with. This is what environment setup is, right? Now, if you are talking about the environment setup of Angular, environment setup of Angular. So now we are going to see the environment setup of Angular. If I am writing Angular JS and if I am writing simple Angular, both are different. First thing you have to understand, right? Environment setup of Angular. This particular part will include several steps related to it that we are going to see that. For this, how many things are required, right? Prerequisite of Angular, prerequisite resources of Angular. If we are saying in this way that how many prerequisites are there, it means if you want to work with Angular in your system, what you need previously. So first thing that you need is Node.js. What we need? Node.js. Another thing we need is npm. What is Node.js? It is the runtime environment of JavaScript of Java, because anyhow we know Angular will work on TypeScript and TypeScript will be converting to JavaScript. So this is the runtime environment of JavaScript. So what Node.js will give you? A playground. So Node.js, let's say compare Angular with your cricket. So this Node.js is that ground where you will play cricket, right? Where you will play cricket. npm is Node Package Manager. Node Package Manager. And what it is? It is a package management tool. It is a package management tool. Now, if I gave you a ground only, can you play cricket? No. What else we need? Some resources. What resources? It can be a cricket bat, it can be a cricket ball, stumps, gloves, helmet, right? Generally, we don't need these things. We need a bat and ball. But for a professional thing, we need all of those stuff, right? So these two things are the prerequisites. Now there is a twist here. So now you need these two things to work with Angular, right? So these two things should be there in your system. So now I will write involved in the setup of steps involved in environment setup of Angular. Environment setup of Angular. So here the first step, see, remember these steps. There is a chance to forgetting these steps. Even I am making a documentation, I will upload it. You can follow. So first step is go to and you have to write download Node.js. So this is the link. Go to this link. Go to this link and download the LTS. What is LTS? It is latest stable update. Latest stable update of Node.js for your operating system. for your operating system. Example is Windows, because we are working, means I am working on Windows. So once you are going to this link, so it will open an interface like this. In this interface, what you want, I want the, if you are seeing here, this is 23.5.0 current version. If you just click on this, you will see it is not the LTS version. Means it is not stable. If it is not stable, it means that there are some bugs in this update. So your Angular will not work on a non-stable update. Okay, Angular will not work. So if you want to check it, we can show, right? So what I will do is, as Angular is already installed in my system and I'm using this previous version, so open the command prompt and just run it as administrator. Visible here, I will say node space hyphen v 22.12.0. This is the version that I am using because this is the latest stable update. Stable means, stable means stable means there is nothing going to be changed here, because Angular is a open source framework, right? So it will be totally dependent on the runtime. If runtime is not there, stable means you are going to play cricket and the ground is completely wet, which is having lots of pits there. Water is filled in those pits, you can't play cricket there, right? You need a stable ground to play. So these versions which do not have LTS, they are all having bugs. But Angular will work only on the latest stable update, LTS update. Okay, sorry, latest stable. So what you have to do is, let me keep a screenshot of this part, that you have to download the latest one. Okay, understood this part? Why we are not downloading the late current version? Because it is not stable. Means they are changing something, and it is possible that they changed something into this version and it will not work with my system now. So Angular will not work with this. I can show you. So for that, let me download the current version only. Okay, we will change it later, but as of now, I have downloaded the current version, and let's install this now. So I am installing the current version. So just keep next everywhere, because by default it will be installed automatically, so you don't have to do anything. And I have shown you that the previous version that I was using is 22.12.0. Now let's get it installed first, and I will show you also that why Angular will not work. Okay, we'll see that. Okay, so node is installed now. Now let's check the version, because it is storing the previous session. So cut this command prompt. You don't have to do this again and again. I am just showing you that why Angular will not work or what it will say. So here, if you are saying node hyphen v, so it is returning latest version. Now I will check ng version, means Angular version. So you know what it is saying? Node.js version 3.5 detected odd numbered. Here you can see odd numbered Node.js version will not enter LTS state and should not be used for production. So Angular version something something, it is giving us a warning that the current version of Node, that is 23.5.0, is not supported by Angular. So if the version is not LTS, Angular will not support it. For that, we have to download the LTS version. In our case, it is 22.12. So I already downloaded, so I will install it. For that, we have to delete the previous one. If you have also installed the latest version, how you have to remove it? For that, open your control panel, because for TypeScript you might have installed the latest one only. So you have to delete that first. So open the control panel, then you are seeing this program section. Program section you can see. Then click on install a program, and here it will take some time to load the programs, and here only you will see Node.js. You can see Node.js. You can see this. You can see Node.js. After that, you will see the uninstall button. So click on this uninstall, and yes. So it will remove the node. So then you can click yes. This is how you install something from your laptop. If you have installed something, right? In mobile, it is easy. Go to setting apps and remove. For laptop, you have to do this part. How many of you are seeing this for the first time? Okay, someone is saying truth actually. Liked it. Now let's install the 22 version. So same thing, accept the privacy policies without reading them, that we are doing from childhood, right? We never read the privacy policies. So it is done now. Open the command prompt again and let's check the version. So you can open the command prompt directly, means without running it as administrator, both will work. Here, if you are checking node hyphen v, so coming, now check the Angular version. So this time it's not giving any warning. Returning the Angular version without any warning means Angular will work fine with this version. No problem. Understood? Okay, cool. So what you need to do, first you have to download this. In the second step, install the Node.js. Install the Node.js and open your command prompt. Open your command prompt and check the version of node. If you have already installed the latest version, it will not be getting installed first. You have to uninstall that program. So install the node.js and open your command prompt and check the version of node by writing this command. So what we are writing to check the version? Node space hyphen v. Node space hyphen v. Okay. In see, whenever you are installing node, so it is by default that npm will be coming with it. By default, it's like you are going to purchase the map of India, Sri Lanka will come in for free. So it's like that, right? So whenever you are just installing the node, npm will come by default with it. So just check the version of npm. So npm space hyphen v, returning 10.9.0. Okay, fine. And for a better thing, you can come along with your laptops, and if you are joining online, better to do the things with me at the same time. You can come along with your laptops, right? And do it here only. Why to waste another half an hour to do the setup or something like that, right? If you're facing some error, here only we can resolve it, right? So in the next step, check the version of npm by, no problem if your npm version is higher, it's not a big deal. Okay, npm version can be any. Node.js version should be LTS. Check the version of npm by writing the command. What command we need to write? npm space hyphen v. Okay, npm space hyphen v. If you are writing in full caps, right? If you are writing it in full caps, that npm space hyphen v, problem. It is case sensitive. Okay, it is case sensitive. Now, prerequisites are done. There were two prerequisites of using Angular, and we have installed both now. And this is what Angular CLI is. You can use Angular on command line interface. Angular CLI. Okay. Now let's go to command prompt. Now we will install Angular. For installing anything using npm is very easy. You just have to write npm install. That's it. And write the thing that you want to install. So here there's a trick. You write -g. It means that you are installing the thing globally in your system. Globally means in any folder. If you are not writing -g, so now check where we are installing. We are installing it in C user and NIT folder. So Angular will work only in this folder, right? Only in this folder without -g. If you are writing -g, it will work globally in any folder. So it is npm install -g at the rate of Angular /CLI. We want Angular's CLI version. Okay, Angular is already installed in my system, right? But for you, I am showing this command npm install -g space. Installing anything using npm is easy. You just have to write npm install. Where you, if you want to install it globally, put -g, and what you want to install, Angular at the rate of like at the rate of Angular CLI. So if you are hitting enter here, so it will do something like it is installing again. It might produce an error for me because Angular is already installed. Let's check what it is doing. So wait a minute, because it is adding everything related to Angular that you need to work with. Okay, that's why it's taking time. So now what it is saying, it said something where we run the command. Here we run the command. After that, change 272 packages in 22 seconds. Changed means I was already having those packages, it just changed them. For you, it will say install 270 or 272 packages, something like that. It will say package number can be different. It should not be that okay, you will also get 272 only. After that, it is giving something, 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 something. Okay, done. Angular is installed now. So I will write it inside the step. Okay, step 4 is now it's the time to install Angular. See, I am teaching this thing very slow because you need this thing to work with Angular. If you are not doing this, you can't work with Angular. So this is necessary thing. Okay. So now it's the time to install Angular. For that, open the command prompt and write the command. What command we need to write? npm install hyphen g at the rate of angular slash cli, where hyphen g stands for globally. Understood the globally means? The what do you mean by globally? Sorted? Okay. Where hyphen g stands for globally. Now, yesterday I told you one thing, that there is one disadvantage of Angular, verbose syntax, right? I told you that there is one disadvantage of Angular, that is verbose syntax. Verbose sometimes is confusing actually. So here what they did is, I'll show you. Generally, if we are using node, we have to write node. If you are using npm, we have to write npm. But for angular, we have to write angular. So here everywhere we will be using ng. Ng means angular. Angular, like this. Okay. So verbose syntax means this. Okay. So now let's check the angular version in the next step. So what you have to write, ng version, ng not hyphen v, ng version. Once you are hitting the enter, so you will see something like this, where we type ng version. Here we typed the ng version. So here it is showing a particular graphics of Angular CLI. Showing means Angular install. Angular version 19.0.6, and yesterday it was 19.0.5. Remember? So what we are getting now, 19.0.6. Now let's check it on GitHub, whether we have the latest version there also or not. So here just write Angular. Sorry guys. So for the Angular, let's check the version. So here it is still 19.0.5, means npm is getting the updates first. Then they will give it to ng is not recognized. If ng is not recognized, means Angular is not installed properly. Okay. So now in my case it is returning, and these are something it is doing. Now environment setup of Angular is done. Environment setup of Angular is done. Open the command prompt and check the version of Angular by giving the command. What command we need to give? ng space version. Okay, ng space version. You can come along with your laptops, guys. There's no big deal in that. So these were the environment setup steps for Angular. Understood, or you have confusion in any step? Yes, everybody, online or offline, understood properly, successfully installed. Okay, everybody understood? Setup steps can be confusing, but they are easy. The term ng is not recognized as the name of commandlet. Akash, Angular is not installed properly. Check, there is some problem in your Angular. npm error code 404. You are writing wrong command, Summer. Just write at the rate of Angular by giving space slash CLI. You might be writing any spelling mistake. Okay. Now, how we can create a Angular project now? See, if you are working with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, there was a benefit. Open any folder, create index.html, and that's it. You can work. You can create style.css, script.js, but here let me check. NPM is existing, don't know how. So no problem, Vamshi, you can read it. 51 packages are looking for funding. Selja, this is not a error actually. They are just saying that the developer of 51 packages are running out of money. If you want to donate something to them, it's looking for that. Okay, this is not a error that 51 package is looking for funding. Means the developer of these packages, as you know, open source thing, someone have developed, they are running out of money, they need money. So if you want to support them, okay, we are using something they developed, so you can. So it's not a error. Okay. Now, how we can create a Angular app, and this also requires several steps. Okay. Now, what is the command of Angular? Ng. What is the command of Angular? Ng. Remember this. Don't forget. This is very basic thing. Okay. Now, creating the first application of Angular. Creating the first Angular application. Selja, downgrade your npm node version. I already discussed it that if you are using 13.5, it will not work. You need to download the LTS version. So creating the first Angular app. Here we will not say website. What we will say here? Angular app. Because we are developing single page application. Okay. Now, for that, there are some steps that you need to focus here. So let's start. First is go to any particular folder, any folder in your desktop, C drive, wherever. It should be a public folder, means without any password or something. So here I am having, let me delete it first. So for easy access, you can create a folder in your desktop. So until this is giving, I will write the step. So in the step one, create a new directory, create a new directory or folder in your system and name it as Angular. Name it as Angular. You can write any name. It's not like that you have to write it Angular only. It's just because I am teaching so many things, so I need to name the folder in that way only. And you will see my folder in that way only. See, this is JavaScript folder, this is Spring Boot, and one will be React here or something like that I need to keep. Okay. So here in my desktop, I am creating a new folder. So just right click new and folder and I will name it as Angular. Okay. So you can check. Wait. So in desktop, Angular folder is coming. You can check that. You can check this Angular folder. It is completely empty. In the second step, what IDE we are using? VS Code. Everyone I think have the VS Code, or I should show the installation of VS Code also. Everybody has? Good. Open the newly created folder in VS Code. Okay. So now let's open our VS Code. So yeah, Angular folder is coming here, or if it is not coming, something like that, I will close the folder. So if it is coming like this for you, no problem. Just click on wherever you are in VS Code, click on file and then click on open folder. Go to desktop and select Angular. Now we will use this folder every time to work with Angular. Now just click on this three dot and open a new terminal, or else you can press Ctrl Shift and bar icon. that will open a terminal for you. So it's loading. Now we are inside the Angular folder. Just remember wherever you are right now. So we are inside the Angular folder. So next step is, in step 3 I will write create a new Angular app by giving the command ng new, and here you have to write the app name hello world. In my case I am writing hello world. If you want to name it something else, you can keep. Ng means Angular, new means you want a new app, and this hello world is the name. You can keep it any name. Here I will mention that where hello world is just a name. Hello world is just a name. You can use any other name of your choice. Okay. Now I will write the same thing there, that ng. Okay, first you should check the version, that whether Angular is installed here or not. Sometime it's a problem that it will work in command prompt but not in Angular. For that, let's check the Node version coming, then check the npm version coming, then check the Angular version, ng version. So it's coming, right? Now everything is coming. What is CLS in command prompt? Clear screen. Whatever you have written, it will clear the screen. Okay. You know this or not? Let me show you. So if you have written ng version, now you want to create an application and this terminal is looking something fishy. So just write CLS and hit enter. It will clear the screen. Okay. Now I will create ng new hello world. So once you are hitting enter, now it is asking you something. Which style sheet format would you like to use? Which style sheet you want? Normal CSS from SAS language, indent CSS, or less CSS? So we are working on the normal CSS only. If you want to use any other, you can use the arrow up or down keys to select. So as we will select the normal CSS only, so just hit enter. After that, it will ask you that do you want to enable server side rendering and static side generation? Yes, we want server side rendering. Press Y. You can check this Y is coming here. I pressed it. Hit enter. Now, would you like to use the server routing and app engine APIs? Yes, we want routing. Press Y and done. Now it is, see who is installing the packages? npm. Now npm is giving you everything that you need to run this app. So here I will, and it will take some time because it will add some packages. Till then we will add the steps. So what is the next step? Next step is, okay, that is done. Choose your preferred CSS style. Use arrow up and down keys to change and hit enter. Okay. After that, in the fifth step, what it asked us that do you want server side rendering, something like this. So here I will write press Y and hit enter. Then in step 6, there is a easy method also of using Angular. I'll show you. In next step, it will ask you this. For that, I will say press Y and hit enter. After that, it will take some time. So it is asking you last that would you like to server routing this server application? Again, it is asking something. Mhm. No, no, this is just by mistake I have pasted. So here at last it is showing that package installed successfully. Now you can cut this terminal, and this is what we are getting. If you are expanding this is what we are getting. No need to worry. All are simple things. We will read about it. SRC folder is there, public folder is there. Let's first check how many folders we are getting. VS Code folder, we don't need it. This is for VS Code. Node modules means the packages that you will use in this project to run the application, which are given by npm to you. This also we don't have to worry about. We will not change anything. So technically, we will be using public folder and the SRC folder for our work. That's it. What we will be using? Public folder and SRC folder. If you check in public folder, there is only one icon, Angular's icon. Means we will keep our audio, video, images in the public folder, and in SRC folder we will write our code. But in which file? Index.html? No. We will see this. Again, open a command prompt and run this application. So now we are inside the Angular folder. We have to come inside the hello world folder. For that we will write, what we will write? Cd hello world. And what does cd means? Change directory. Cd means change directory. So I came into the hello world folder now. Came there, you have to write ng serve space hyphen hyphen open or hyphen hyphen o. Both will work. Ng space serve space hyphen hyphen open or hyphen hyphen o. Both will work. Once you are hitting enter, it will say you something. Would you like to share pseudonymous uses data? It is asking you that would you like to send your coding data to Google for your management? If you want some help from Google in your code or something like that, you can press Y or N here. Totally, let's say I don't want to send the data to Google. Okay, no problem. Okay, so just print type N and that's it. Hit enter. Now you can see building. Now our Angular app is building now. So it opened the localhost 4200. Okay, so your Angular will work on by default localhost 4200. By default it is loading. First loading will take time. After that everything is easy. First loading will take time. So now this is what we are getting, that Angular's logo. Hello world, congratulations, your app is running, and some links, and this is what we are getting. But where we have written this thing? Nowhere. We have not written anything. So this is the boilerplate code of Angular that you will get while you are building a Angular app. By default, you will get it every time. Same is with the React also. If you are building a React application, folder also same you will get. Same like this you will work, and you will get a React logo, moving something animation you will get in that. Okay. Now, which file we need to edit to check whether it's working or not? For that, there is one index.html, because we know you can work on any library or any framework. The first file is index.html, right? We know this. So just write index, open the index.html, and this index.html actually looking like our HTML only, right? but it is HTML only. That's why it is looking like. Just see here what is written. Doc type HTML, HTML language English, head meta charset, title is hello world, base href, meta name viewport, link rel icon, something like this, head, body. Body is not having anything except one tag of app root. Means body is actually having root of a app. Where is this app now? It means that your index file is only having the root. What if you are removing this app root from here and check? This is what you are getting on Angular now, error, right? So technically your index.html is only running there, but what HTML is giving you a app root, which is written somewhere else, which is not written in index.html file, which is written outside of HTML. Something called be there. So you can see this app section in SRC. You will see one folder as app. Open this folder and there we are getting lots of file, right? We are getting lots of file here. If you just check this file app, let me, this one app.component.html, can you see this? Once you open this file, in this file this is what we are getting, this one. Wow, this is something like us only, that in the top style is written something something, this is written here. So do one thing, remove everything here. So just I'll press Ctrl A and remove. Save this file and go to your browser now. Refresh it. It is displaying nothing. It means that that is the file that we are working with, right? That is the file. Which file? app.component.html. So this is the app root file which is going to Angular, right? Which is going to Angular. Let's write a h1 here. So I will write h1 hello world and save this file. Go there. Wow, it's coming, right? It's coming. Now we are not writing anything in the index.html file. Index.html file is just sending something as app root to the browser, and this is the app root, this one. So whatever you are writing here will go there. So let's try to give some style. So keep the style tag. We can keep the internal style also in this way. For h1 I will give a background color of red. It means that app.component.html is the main file which is going to index.html, right? Understood? This is how you have to write it. Directly you can write. But what is the benefit of this? I will show you the benefit of this. Now, I will say that h1, the title of, or simple I will write, the name of this application, the name of this Angular app is hello world, right? But why we are writing this hello world? Angular should tell us that what is the name of this app. So simple, if you are writing double brackets like this and pass the title here, double brackets, double curly brackets, inside that you can pass the title. The name of this Angular app is hello world, right? The name of this app is, because we are giving style to both h1, that's why it's coming this way. The name of this Angular app is hello world. Okay, we are not writing this hello world, and this is called data binding. What is this called? Data binding. You are binding the data which is not available here, which is known to app only. This is called data binding. Okay. Lots of example are coming. We will check that. Okay. So let's give a little bit styling to this. So here for this h1 I will give a id as head. For this h1 I will give a id as title. Now let's write their style. Same thing that you were using in your particular css or whatever, you have to work like that. If it is id, you have to call it by hash. If it is class, you have to call it by dot. So for this I will say text align center, and background color no need to give. So here hello world is coming in center. After that I'll give the same thing to the hash title also. So here also you can write in this way, right? We can group, right? We can group the IDs. So hello world, the name of this Angular app is hello world, and we are not writing this hello world. We are just passing a argument here. What we are doing? We are just passing a argument. Okay. When you created this Angular app, one thing is here we are writing normal HTML only, but our HTML is extended here. If you are writing this kind of thing in simple HTML, you know what it will print? The name of this Angular app is double bracket title double bracket. But here our HTML is behaving something different. This is HTML only. File name is also .html, right? Means here our HTML is behaving a little bit different. But how it is possible? So Angular is the reason here that it is behaving differently, right? What is the reason here? Angular is the reason which is increasing the capability of your HTML. So technically Angular doesn't have specific coding. No, it's not like that. You don't have to learn any different coding for that. It is simply the things that you can use here in your, see, this is the normal CSS that I have written in the style tag. This is the normal HTML that I have written, but this part is from the Angular. So you can say that Angular will extend your HTML by giving some properties to it, by increasing its capabilities. Okay, understood? So now you have a task. First task is to set up the environment of Angular. Okay, first task. Second task is to create a new Angular app. For that, you have to type ng new and then the app name. Then you have to run this so that boilerplate thing will be shown to you. After that, you have to edit this file which will be available in app.component.html. Edit this file. We are deleting app root and app component file. Then we can add heading tag and HTML file. Dhanush, I think you are going ahead of us. So listen here. Okay. We are going with the flow. Okay. It's not like that. You have to understand the things that in the flow. If you are asking a question like this, that if you are deleting the app root from here, I have shown you this thing that if you are deleting the app root, and let's check. It is saying that app root did not match any element. Let me zoom out a little. What it is saying you? It is saying you that the error is coming from ng, means Angular error is coming 05124. The selector app root did not match any element. It is not giving any HTML error. It is giving Angular error. It is saying that app root is not available somewhere. It is not any, it's not matching any element. So basically your Angular is the parent here. So file will work in How to open in browser? These kinds of questions sometimes gives me the idea that you are not listening the class properly. We have shown it in the steps only that you have to write ng space serve space hyphen hyphen open or simple o. So this one you have to write. Let me delete it the server and open a new. Then first we have to go to hello world. Then we have to write ng space serve space hyphen hyphen o. O or open both will work. Okay. So it is building the app now and localhost 4200. First loading will take time. After that, you no need to run it again and again. You can make some changes to your file. Let's say this particular file, and I will keep here that uh, let's keep the paragraph here. All the tag it will support. All the text of HTML will be supported here. Today is 24th December. Save the file, go to browser. Okay. So don't need to run it again and again. It's working on server. Okay. Understood or not? Very good. Some of the warnings we are getting, something we are getting, right? Here, yesterday we were talking about some bundle size, bundle size. Remember? That was the advantage of Angular. So check the bundle size here. Initial chunk files, the bundle size is total of 92 KB and server bundles are of 1 KB. Means when this app is running in the server, it is only taking around 100 of. Okay, this one is for the chunk files that is in 572 and server is taking only 1 KB. So total of around 700 KB it is taking, not even 1 MB, right? So Angular is very lightweight in comparison of React. React is very heavy. Angular is very lightweight. Okay. So this is what we were talking yesterday, that bundle size. Remember, this is the browser's bundle. This is for the server's bundle. So here it is showing you that application bundle generation complete. And Angular took 5.279 second to run this application with 700 KB. Okay, something like this it is showing you. Now this is only your task, that you have to set up the environment, you have to build the application, you have to print something, you have to delete everything what will come by default in this file, and then you have to read. So it is for creating the application. Now here we will see how to run a Angular application. Okay, how to run. So the first step is open the new terminal, open the new terminal and move to the app folder by giving the command. What command we gave? Cd hello world. And in my case it was hello world, that's I'm writing hello world. Whatever your folder name is, write that. In the next step, give the command ng space serve space hyphen, hyphen hyphen open or ng space serve space hyphen o. Okay, this thing you have to give. At last it will ask to send the anonymous or pseudonymous data to Google. Data to Google. You can hit or you can press N and hit enter. That's it. And what it will do? It will open the local host. It will open localhost colon 4200 in your browser. Now there is a possibility that it will not open it in your browser. There is a possibility. Let's say you even cut this tab. Now your server is running here, right? It is running here. So you just have to go to, if it is not opening, it is giving you link. So open, let's say it was open in my Chrome. You can go to Edge, just type localhost colon 4200 and hit enter. It will open anywhere you want. It's not like that. If it is running in the terminal, you can open it anywhere until and unless you are closing the server. Okay? Very good. It's not like that. It will open only in Chrome. If you are comfortable with Edge, just type localhost 4200 there in Edge. It will open in Edge. If you are not comfortable with Edge and it is opening in Edge, just type localhost colon 4200 in Chrome. It is just a local host. It will work in all the browsers. Okay. Now I am writing a task here. Edit the src slash app and then find the file app dot component dot html and write your customized code. And at first remove everything from that file. Don't delete the file. Remove everything from file and write your customized code. Okay. This is what you have to do in this time. So today we are done with the setup of Angular. We have the knowledge now that how to create the Angular application also. Environment setup and first application. 24th, right? Yes, everybody understood? Any problem? Complete the task also. I will give the task in the Google Classroom also. You have to put there. Now you might be feeling like, okay, working with Angular is little bit easy than working with TypeScript, right? But TypeScript is necessary. We will now, if you are able to do the data binding, there are lots of TypeScript file only. app.component.ts, app.config.ts, app route. All these are the TypeScript file only that are allowing you to write those things, which is written by Angular. You are not writing, right? So TypeScript is there behind running this part. TS everywhere. Okay. Here also main.ts, server.ts. These things are written by default. You don't have to write these things. Okay. If you have any questions, just let me know. So you have holiday tomorrow. Make sure that you are utilizing that time for some good works. If you have prayer, something, but take some time for your coding also. Okay, don't miss it. Not showing npm in VS Code. It might be showing that running script on this system is disabled, something like that. It will be showing you. For that, open your window PowerShell and paste this command. Go to your browser and search running script is disabled on this system, and go to the Stack Overflow and paste this command, this one. Set execution policy, remote shutdown. I have dropping this command in chat box. Just open the window PowerShell, run it as administrator, and just type this command. It will come. Okay. So things are done in the Angular. Let me create the task also. Guys, don't talk. You have to complete it till 25th, 26th. Okay. Some of you will not work tomorrow, right? You will wait for the last day only. Yeah, there are some people who works for the deadlines only. So this is how we are done with the path setup of Angular. Okay. And the things are completely aligned now. We are able to run our first application. Hope you will also do this. Yes. Hello. What are you doing? Scrolling Instagram, Snapchat. Then why? You have to ask the IT admins to give you the Google Classroom access. You cannot get it by sharing the code and this that. They have to approve it, right? Talk to the admins or the counselors or maybe whoever are in you are in touch with someone, right, from academy management. Talk to them. They will provide you the Google Classroom access. Okay. Sir, do you know about the Recruit CRM company? It is good. I applied for customer success position. Recruit CRM company and you applied for customer success position. Customer success position. Is it related to something as there is one post that is customer relationship management. I don't know have this customer relationship success. But there is one post in companies called customer relation management. Test link they sent you. Pallavi, I can't say anything in this because customer success position. I'm hearing this for the first time. If it is similar to customer relationship management, then it's not for you. They will ask you to call only. It's not good. If it is giving runnings, is it good to write bond for 1 year with submission of originals? If you don't have any job And if you want to get a job, they will ask you for bond only. Bond of 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. Now if you have experience, you can skip that. As of now, I don't join any company with bond. Yes, I'm not joining any company with the bond. Bond means you have to stay this much time or else you have to pay the amount. Not like that. Yeah, notice period we can serve, but what is this bond? You refer me for a developer position in Hyderabad company. Why, Pragyandi? Why should I refer you? Submission of original certificate. I think no company requires the submission of your original certificate. Gaurav, I have already pasted the answer for your error. Just check my answer. I just drop it. Developer position. Python developer. Have you shown any of your Python application to me that is originally built by you only? Nothing is free, guys. You have to understand this part. You have to be a fighter. You have to be a warrior. Where to host? Lots of places are there. Take a domain and hosting. You know, I have a company, my own service based company, and the team leader in that company of the web development department is my student only. Yeah, little girl Soumya. Yeah, she's very short actually. She was my student once, and she is a excellent designer, excellent designer or developer, and she is the need a free host. There are lots of free hosts are available, Pragyandi. Go to Cloudflare, Infinity Free. Lots of are available. Use your Google to give you something unique. So that's I will show you the design of Soumya's any other day. You cannot even imagine what she designs. And she was once my student. And she is from electronics and communication background. She is not from CSE or this one. And she is the head of web development department in my team now. Earlier, I used to organize everything that okay, this you need to do, this you need to do. Now she's managing everything. I will just call her in the morning that somewhere I don't know, we'll take care. You just do your work. And now I don't have any influence. Company name, please. You can search my name on LinkedIn and it will show you everything there. And the head of app development team is also my student only, Deepak. Yes, and they don't have too much experience. Array, just search my name, it will come, guys. I'm the co-founder and CEO of that. And both of these are my student only. And I don't know when they sleep. I don't know. They are just mad about doing work. Generally, I'm finishing off all of my activities at night 12 or 1, and then I'll call Deepak, what's the update? Ah, Bhaiya. They call me Bhaiya, both of them, Soumya and Deepak. Bhaiya means brother. So they'll call me, ha Bhaiya, sab badhiya, so jao. Like you sleep, we'll take care. And if morning I am seeing at 9 or 10, Deepak, what's going on? Ah, everything is going fine. I will sometime I have to say to Deepak that Deepak, go to sleep. He's mad about work. Mad. That's why they are the team leaders, and both of my students only having around 1.5 year of experience. Somme has only 1 year of experience. She is leading a team where developer are having experience of at least 10 years also. But she is the leader. Because for being a leader or for being a developer, it doesn't require years of experience. It requires your inner fire. Right? It requires inner fire. Let me show you that. Profile username. What profile? Okay, I'll show it another day. And I'm successfully running that company from last 3 years. We started in 2021. And not only started, we have worked with the clients from Dubai, Germany, Poland, Australia, like that. I'll show you someday entire portfolio of ours. And we are a team of 16 peoples in Abhyas India, and out of that 10 are my student only. You just need to prove it to someone, and that's it. Six are outer peoples, not my student. Because if everyone is my student, then we can't run that company, right? Because it's hard to fire them. If all of are my student, we cannot fire them, right? There will be some emotional attachment to them. That's why. And lots of things are there. So even can you show her portfolio? And definitely I will show. Or let me show one of the design now only. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute, guys. Let me check the link. So it is just the redesign of our website is going on, like our own website. So I'll show you that only. So this is the my company, and design is actually we are redesigning our websites. So everything is designed here using HTML and CSS. Everything. And this design is entirely done by, maybe it will be looking something broader in this projector, but this is how it will look. Everything is designed here. Now if you can design something like this, referral is all yours. If you cannot, then try hard. And all of these things are also working something in this way. Okay.